So now we'll take a step inside the cab of our RG1100 Rogator sprayer. Here as we take a look at this sprayer, we're taking a look at a little bit more cab clutter. We've got an integrated display on the armrest here on the right hand side that comes from the factory with the sprayer. Displays kind of the corner post type information that you would have seen on a John Deere sprayer. But when it comes to technology, it's not integrated. So now we have an additional display up on the corner post of the machine that is going to start reducing the visibility out this cab windows. Now, in comparison to John Deere, the RG1100 is only going to have about 60 square feet of glass. So a lot less glass to really look outside the cab on. In addition to that, there's no option to tint the rear window from the factory. And we're also dealing with a little bit larger steering column here. So again, just a little bit more clumsy, if you will, a little bit harder to see around when you look forward. Also, as we look forward out the cab, there's a mirror on the left-hand side. The other interesting part is there's actually an exterior mirror on the right-hand side of the cab that you can't see, right? We can see the big air horns on the cab, but the Raven display actually blocks the view of that right-hand mirror as we see in the seat here. Furthermore, you'll see on this particular sprayer there's still a light bar mounted on the hood, so it's another place that you have to look to try to find things related to guidance. On a John Deere display, it's integrated right into the display itself. There's also no mirror facing back towards the tire treads here as well. You can see some mirrors that are on this sprayer. They're hidden underneath the boom, so if you're sitting low enough in the saddle, you can actually see the mirrors, but that becomes a little bit of a challenge as we move down the road. The booms do sit low in comparison to the cab, so visibility left to right with the booms folded up is nice about this sprayer. You do get a look out at traffic as you're crossing the intersection. The other thing is we take a look at the hydro handle here. It's got a heavy tilt to it in kind of more of a solid design, so it's a little bit more of a challenge, and the switches are very mechanical. So you know, if you have a thumb that's 8 inches long and really strong, you can throw them switches all day long, I guess, but it becomes a challenge sometimes to as compared to some of the hydro handles that we see from other manufacturers out there today. Instructional seat was not available through model year 14 with the Rogator series of sprayers. And there is limited storage space here with only 3 compartments and 2 cup holders in the cab. You get an additional 2 compartments with the John Deere sprayer. Display access and control is limited while operating and at spraying speeds. With John Deere's monitor right on the armrest, it's nice just to reach over and tap that. This one's got manual control display, non-touchscreen, and if you need to access your precision ag applications, you're going to be up at the corner post kind of leaning forward as you move throughout the field. So as we take a look at the key advantages of cab features of John Deere over the Rogator, the visible corner post display provides the operator with machine diagnostics at a glance, and it allows you to quickly service the machine and return to spraying faster. And that just equates to more uptime. The integrated technologies allow the machine to more efficiently utilize the chemicals and fertilizers that you're applying, which saves the producer money at the end of the day. Those are just some of the key things as we take a look at the differences between cabs of the Rogator and the John Deere sprayers.
Hey Jeff, that's a great point. Also, something else we want to call out here is you take a look at the master apply switch down there right below the steering wheel, a foot switch control, and then take a look at some of the house and cabin controls up in the upper left-hand corners, your HVAC and your lighting controls, where a John Deere sprayer is very accessible from the armrest area, so you're never having to really leave control of the steering wheel or the hydro handle for very long to be able to engage with those cabin controls. Also, with, as you mentioned earlier, is being able to reach up and touch that screen up there. You know, it's not right at your fingertips. If you have to go from that hydro handle up to that display, to that Raven display, especially bouncing through a rough field, that's quite a reach. So as an operator, keeping your hand on that hydro handle and having a positive control, and even now with the integrated Gen 4s and our newer hydro handles, you can actually control some of the pages from that hydro control. So really the integration and the seamless integration, less monitors, less clutter in the cab, really you can start to see the differences here.